Good morning. This is KELOLAND On The Go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your Sunday. We also have your Boredom Busters coming up, but first, our top story. People who believe their rights are under risk at a new... I screwed that up. Good morning. This is KELOLAND On The Go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your Sunday. We also have your Boredom Busters coming up, but first, our top story. People who believe their rights are at risk under a new Trump administration rallied in Sioux Falls on Saturday. What was supposed to be an outdoor march through downtown moved indoors due to the cold temperatures. But the weather didn't stop people from voicing their concerns on issues like abortion, immigration, and LGBTQ rights.
Protecting our black and brown women out there who are the most vulnerable to police brutality, to policies that aren't for them. And so when we can come together as women and talk about, not only women's rights, but immigration rights and our community rights as a whole, that's when we can all bind together.
The Sioux Falls Women's March was held in conjunction with the National March in Washington, D.C., where organizers of that event rebranded the name to the People's March to reflect a broader focus. Spending time on a frozen South Dakota lake can still be dangerous this winter, even with the return of cold temperatures. A person broke through the ice Saturday morning on Dry Lake 2, which is near Willow Lake in Clark County. Authorities say it happened when the truck was crossing an ice heave, which can form when rapid fluctuations in temperatures. Officials are reminding everyone to be aware of changing ice conditions and do not allow the cold weather to give you a false sense of security on the ice. Efforts to provide local families in need with warm clothes becomes all the more crucial as this extreme cold settles into KELOLAND. The Presentation Sisters are taking donations to their Warm a Neighbor project through the end of this month. The sisters are accepting items such as gloves, mittens, hats, scarves, and socks for clients at Caminando Juntos. One of the drop-off locations is a coffee, a roastery, and espresso bar in Sioux Falls.
We're very community-oriented, and so for us to do a very simple thing like this of just making a way for other people to get involved, to make that easy is just really something that fits right into our mission and that we love to be able to support.
If you'd like to make a donation to Warm a Neighbor, you can drop them off at all of the Hy-Vee, Nyberg's Ace, and Nyberg's Dakota Workwear locations in Sioux Falls. Let's take our first look at the forecast with meteorologist Adam Rutten in the Storm Center. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Perry, and good morning, everybody. This is going to be one of those days where if you have indoor activities, you're good to go. If you have to head out, though, please be careful and bundle up. And of course, prepare accordingly. We are at 10 below this morning with a view of Falls Park. Northwest wind at 10 miles per hour, and it does not get much better from there. If anything, despite the beautiful view from our camera in Aberdeen, it gets worse. 11 below right now up in Brown County with a west wind of 7 miles per hour. Then Pierre this morning, some cloud cover, only, air quotes there, only 5 below with a west wind at 10 miles per hour. And then in Rapid City, it's a calm start to the day. Again, a beautiful sunrise, but it is 12 below zero to start the day. It is 13 below this morning in Sisseton, 15 below for Watertown as well as Whartonville, 9 below for Huron, 13 below in Spearfish, 16 below zero this morning up in Buffalo, 7 below zero, Chamberlain and Winter. And while the wind isn't that bad, it doesn't take much with sub-zero air temperatures to put that wind chill factor in dangerously low territory. So there's your sustained wind. And there's the wind chill. It feels like it's minus 29 this morning in Sioux Falls, minus 38 in Brookings, minus 37 for Watertown, minus 27 in Mulbridge, minus 25 for Winter and Spearfish. And we're talking about a frostbite on exposed skin in 15 to 30 minutes, and especially where we have those wind chills approaching minus 40. Around, if not less than 15 minutes. So please be careful. We do have relief on the way from the cold. We'll talk about when it comes around in your 7-day forecast.
All right, thank you very much, Adam. The KELOLAND Media Group is celebrating the 70th anniversary of the Captain 11 show, which back in the day was one of the longest-running children's programs in TV history. Dave Dedrick first donned the Captain 11 uniform back in the March of 1955. Generations of viewers grew up tuning into the Captain every weekday afternoon. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, we'll find out what it was like to be part of the Captain's crew working behind the scenes of our studio. Be sure to watch tonight at 10. The Greater Sioux Falls Outdoor Show features boats, RVs, campers, motorhomes, and everything else for outdoor lovers to enjoy at the W.H. Lyon Fairgrounds. It is open today from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the Expo Center. Admission is $9, free for children 12 and under. It's the final day of a rummage sale at the Lakota Events Hall in T. The building's contents and personal items of the owner will be sold from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Vote for your favorite burger during the Downtown Burger Battle in Sioux Falls. 40 businesses are competing for bragging rights through the end of the month. Burgers are rated on flavor, patty, toppings, bun, and presentation. Enjoy AFC Divisional Football Playoff action on KELOLAND TV. CBS Sports coverage begins at 5 p.m. Central Time with the NFL Today. That's followed by the Baltimore Ravens at the Buffalo Bills at 5:30. KELOLAND Weekend News at 5:30 will air on KELO Extra. Adam?
Well, you saw how low those wind chills are, and as a result, we do have multiple cold weather headlines in place. Extreme cold warnings to start things off. Two of them. One goes until noon today, Central Time. That's for areas around Madison, Brookings, and the Buffalo Ridge toward Marshall. The second extreme cold warning begins this evening and goes through Tuesday morning. That's going to be up along Highway 12 from Sisseton over into Webster, Aberdeen, the Eureka area, and near Mulbridge as well. Wind chill factors could get below -40 at times in the extreme cold warning areas. Everybody else, it's a cold weather advisory. Now, I have those extreme cold warnings kind of bordered off because they get overlapped by that cold weather advisory. So either way, back to the advisory at hand. This will be in place through noon today, the first one rather. Then a new cold weather advisory goes into effect later this evening and goes through Tuesday. The exception is going to be along Highway 12 from Mulbridge through Aberdeen over into Roberts County. They have the extreme cold warning instead. For Madison and Marshall, they have their extreme cold warning until noon today. That will then get replaced by a cold weather advisory, just like everybody else, this evening going into Tuesday. As we go through the rest of your afternoon, it is going to be very cold with high temperatures today, around, if not just barely above zero in a couple of locations, with overnight lows tonight dropping into the double digits below zero. And again, that's not counting the wind chill. I want to go back a little bit so you can actually see what our high temperatures are expected to be today. We're talking about single digits above zero. Yes, we'll get in on sunshine. No, it's really not going to do all that much to help us out. In terms of any other active weather, well, the short answer is there's not much. We do have one thing that we'll be watching that's going to come around by the middle of the week. We'll have plenty of cold weather to have to deal with at first. Any snow is either going to be toward the Rockies or out in the mid-Atlantic, where they have some winter storm warnings that they're going to be keeping an eye on. But closer to home, we do have something on the way. It's not much. It's a little clipper as we head into Wednesday and Thursday. You can see some light snow out of this. Not much in the way of accumulation, but something to consider, as it does come with one other benefit: warmer temperatures, which will finally come back into the picture as we head into the second half of the week. And you can see that on our temperature trend map. The Arctic air gradually gets on out of here Monday, Tuesday, the transition day, Wednesday, when we really finally start to get in on those warmer temperatures that'll stick around through the end of the week. Now, by warmer, I'm talking about 30s. That is still technically above average, and compared to what we're going to be dealing with through Monday night, that is going to feel downright balmy. Again, these are your highs today without the wind, single digits above zero. Double digits below zero for overnight lows tonight. Another round of cold weather headlines, which will be sticking around through Tuesday morning. Here's your 7-day forecast, and there's the improvement. Tuesday, the transition day of 14 after a 0-degree day on Monday for Martin Luther King Day and Inauguration Day as well. 30s, though, come back with a few flurries Wednesday into Thursday. In Aberdeen, 3 today, 4 below for a high tomorrow. Then you get back up into the 30s by Wednesday with a couple of flurries going into Thursday as well. In Pierre, 8 today, 0 tomorrow, 23 on Tuesday, 30s come back Wednesday going into the weekend with, again, a couple of flurries possible Wednesday night into Thursday morning. In Rapid City, yeah, just like everybody else, struggling to get above 0, especially on Monday, but you get in on the 30s a day early. 34 on Tuesday, stay there through the weekend. Also a couple of little scattered snow shower chances possible Wednesday and then again on Saturday. Stay safe, stay warm, have a great day, everybody. For more on your local news, weather, and sports, head on over to KELOLAND.com.